So let's see. Text 7 of the Nectar of Instruction. Syāt kṛṣṇa-nāma-caritādi-sitāpy avidyā pittopatapta-rasanasya na rocikā kintv ādarād anudinaṁ khalu saiva juṣṭā svādvī kramād bhavati tad-gada-mūla-hantrī. Translation. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendentally sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidyā, knowledge, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. This nectar of instruction is, well, it's the nectar of instruction. It's the best, most concentrated medicine. There's only a few shlokas, only 11 shlokas. But in these 11 shlokas are packed the whole instructions of the esoteric teaching, the whole philosophy of Vedanta, the whole Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, everything is there. So it's a very wonderful, very, very inspiring book. It was written on the shores of Radha Kund, the very confidential pastime place of Radha and Krishna, by Srila Rupa Goswami, who is a very confidential disciple of Lord Chaitanya. So it's full of confidential meanings. Prabhupada brings out the example, or actually Sri Rupa Goswami uses the example here of someone who's suffering from jaundice. Jaundice is a disease of the liver. And the particular symptom of jaundice is that one turns yellow all over. Even their eyes turn yellow. And they cannot taste sugar. They can't taste anything sweet. It messes up the body's ability to taste sweet things, and instead sweet things taste bitter. So it's a very strange disease. But it's a very good analogy for our conditioned material consciousness. Because in the condition of material consciousness, our natural taste for transcendental things is covered over by avidyā. Avidyā means ignorance. Vidya means knowledge, or seeing things as they are. Vidya. Avidya is the opposite. Illusion. We think that we are this body, and we think that our mind is our friend and buddy, and he's helping us out. But actually the reverse is true. So in this conditioned disease of material consciousness, we can't taste the sweetness of Krishna. Krishna's name, his form, his pastimes, his qualities, his personality, his relationships with his devotees, including ourselves, because we're all devotees of Krishna, underneath everything. All these things are remarkably sweet and wonderful. But the nature of our disease is that we can't taste them. We think that material things are very nice, and we try to relish those things instead of the actual subject matter for enjoyment. Let's say, what's a particular thing that people enjoy? Oh yeah. Let's say you go to a restaurant and you order a delicious meal, and you sit down, and just as you're digging into your nice meal, whatever it is, the waiter comes and takes away all the plates. And you're going, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? Well, that's the material world, you see. In the material world, you think everything is very nice and enjoyable. And just about when you get mature enough to actually understand what's going on, and just when you really get your act together and you know how to deal with the material energy, then, sorry, life is over, the body gets old and dies, bye-bye. That's the material world. So it's just like a restaurant where you just get started on your food and they take away all the dishes. Sorry, you have to get out. Pay your bill and get out. So we have to pay so much karma for our material activities. There's so much suffering that we have to endure. There's so much degradation, so much embarrassment, so much betrayal, even by the people that we think are our friends and so on. This material world is a real mess. It's horrible. It's a horrible place. There's always horrible things going on. Read the newspaper. Every day something terrible happens. Or maybe a lot of terrible things happen. And we only see the ones that the media controls people let us see. What does this mean? It means that the material world is not our real home. It's not a place where we can enjoy. It's not a place where we can relax and have a good time. There's always some new conspiracy, some new betrayal, some new illusion, some deficiency, some problem, some disaster. And worst of all, death is coming. Death is coming to everyone in this material world. So how are we going to deal with all these problems? Well, when a person has jaundice, the cure, there's a specific cure for jaundice. You have to eat as much sugar candy as you can hold. You know rock candy? Crystallized sugar, the most concentrated sweetness, right? You might say, well, that sounds okay, but when you have jaundice, it tastes terrible. It tastes awful, like, eh. But if you eat every day so much sugar candy, then eventually you get freed of the condition and you can taste the sweetness again. And then the sugar candy tastes nice. So this is exactly like devotional service of the Lord. In the beginning, the devotional service, it seems like terrible austerity. Oh, you have to follow so many rules and study these big, thick books and chant these arcane mantras and understand this esoteric philosophy and hang out with these weird guys. Yeah, it's really tough. I don't know how anybody becomes a devotee. They must just really be desperate after trying everything, you know. That's how I was. I tried everything. Everything that I knew, everything that I thought was a good idea, I tried it. Nothing worked. I was still suffering like anything. So I had heard of this devotional service, and after some years of delaying and putting it off, I said, okay, I give up, I'll try it. And I tried it, and it worked. I got some relief. And I tried it some more, and it worked even more. So I said, well, there must be something to this. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me to give up my material stuff. I was a musician. I was a working musician in a really good band. So I had to give up my band. I had to give up my music. I had to give up, you know, my beautiful girlfriend from Tobago, you know. I had a lot that I had to give up, and it took me a while. I had to give up smoking cigarettes and other things. But after some time, by trying, if you try long enough and hard enough, you can give up just about anything. And I took up this process of chanting, very serious, joined a temple. And even though there was so many difficulties, I persisted, I persevered. And now I'm teaching the same subjects. So this is how you get cured. In the beginning, the sugar candy tastes sweet, tastes bitter, sour, terrible, if you have jaundice. So in the beginning, the same things that are actually sweet and transcendental, they taste bitter.